Hi there, hope you're enjoying the car taps. Have you been arguing a bit more recently than normal with your loved ones and feeling a bit frustrated or afraid about your relationship with that person? Sometimes when we have an increase in tension in our relationships, it feels like we become on edge in communicating with that person, and therefore we stop speaking. So why don't we do something about that today and use tapping to clear the feelings around perhaps the last argument you had. So I'm going to be getting you to really tune in to that last disagreement you had with a friend, family member, or somebody in the public even, so that you can clear the distress around it, so that you can let that go, feel centered and calm, and safe to be yourself and have your opinions. So as always, take responsibility for yourself. If you don't know much about tapping, check the link below. You can watch the video how to tap before. It's not necessary, but because I can guide you. So let's begin. So the idea is that you want to be tuning in to the feeling of having arguments and how that makes you feel. So let's just do that bit first to acknowledge the fact that you don't like having arguments. Nobody does, do they really? It's not very pleasant. So tuning in perhaps to the last time you actually had an altercation with somebody, and notice how you feel in your body as a response to that memory. Okay, got it? Let's begin tapping the side of the hand. You can do right or left side, doesn't matter. Main job to stay focused. Even though I feel distressed at the last argument I had, I love and accept myself anyway. And I'm here to clear the stress, the frustration, and the irritation. I love and accept myself, and I'm doing the very best I can. One more time, focusing on the last time you had an altercation with somebody. Even though when I think about that, it makes me feel tense, I love and accept myself anyway. And I'm here to acknowledge the distress so I can let it go, so I can move forward, and so things can be different in my communication in the future. So tapping the top of the head, focusing on the last time you had an altercation and notice how that feels. Let's just acknowledge that. I'm going to leave blanks sometimes for you to fill in the name of the emotion. Top of the head. Think about the argument. All this distress. Eyebrow point. Here we go again. Think about the person, side of the eye. All this distress. Under the eye. When I think about that argument. Under the nose. All this frustration. Tapping the chin. Not getting my point across. Collarbone. All this stress. Think about that altercation. Here we go again. Keep tapping your collarbone. For some of you, it's a loved one, and it seems to be a repeated pattern that you get into that. Here we go again. They think this, I think that, and there's this weird energy. It's not nice, is it? So just remember that as comfortably as you can as you tap your collarbone. Under the arm. This not nice energy I feel. And under the nipple, all across the ribs. Here we go again. Think about the argument. Breathing in and out, keep tapping. Relax, let go. Back to the top of the head, think about that argument. I'm just going to do a few rounds on frustration. This frustration, eyebrow. Here I go again. Side of the eye. All this frustration when I think about it. Under the eye, you might notice it in your belly or your chest. All this fear. Under the nose. How's it going to end up? Tapping the chin. All this fear when I think about the argument. Collarbone. All this fear around the conflict with this person. Just tune into it and just remember how you feel. Often we do feel afraid, like it's going to get worse and we don't know how it's going to end up. Under the arm. All this fear, it's going to turn out bad. Tapping the ribs. All this fear, I don't know where this is going. Take a breath in, just stop for a second. Relax and let go, drop your shoulders. We're going to move a little bit more into letting go of the fear, because that can often happen. When we start to get into that energy of, oh, something's going to happen, it's like, oh, something bad's going to happen. It's going to make things worse between me and that individual. And if we still carry that fear, we take it into the next interaction and we lose our power to be able to be articulate, calm, and also understand the other person's point of view. We're going to do the 9 gamut now, 9-step process. Tapping between your little finger and ring finger and an inch away from your wrist in that groove. I like to place my hand on my chest to keep it steady and focused. You can have it on your lap, but keep tapping that point. Look straight ahead. You might need to close your eyes to remember the last argument and how scared you got of how it was going to end up. Focus in on that fear as comfortably as you can. Notice where it is in your body. And keep tapping your hand. Just say, this fear, when I remember the last time. Okay, eyes open. Now keep your head still. Look hard down left. Look straight ahead. Look hard down right. Look straight ahead. Breathe in and out. Relax, let it go. Head still, eyes up to the sky or the ceiling. Now we're going to go around a clock, super slow. Really, really slow. So the slower the better. We're going to take care of the pieces to do with the argument and the emotions. But for now, we're focusing on fear. Some of you might have jumped to frustration or sadness. Tune into your emotion. Tapping your hand, eyes up to the ceiling, head still. Let's go clockwise all the way around very slowly. Just repeat the words. This fear. Think about the memory. Here we go again. This fear of where this will end up. Keep tapping slowly round. We shouldn't be at the floor yet. Keep going slowly. All this fear. What does this mean? All the way down to the floor. All this fear in my, say where it is in your body. Slowly up the other side. I choose to release this fear. All this fear, slowly up the other side. Where will this end up? Good. Slowly up to the top. Relax your eyes. Doing great. Breathing in. Relax, let go. Notice how you're feeling. Connect back to the memory of that part where you got afraid, like, oh, here we go again with this person in the public, at home, friend, family. Where's this going to lead? Will they reject me? Will I not be lovable? Does it mean something bad? Hopefully that fear's dropping. We want it to drop so you have an insight and you're like, oh, well, I can learn from that. One more round, eyes up to the ceiling, head still. Keep tapping your hand anti-clockwise. Focus back in on what's left. This remaining fear, I choose to feel calm. This remaining fear, something bad happening. This remaining fear that I can't speak up without something bad happening. Disconnect, let it go. This remaining fear, we're slowly down at the floor now, guys. This remaining fear, I let it go now. Slowly down to the floor. It's safe for me to let it go. Good. This remaining fear, all the way up the other side slowly. I'm letting it go right now. Good, slowly up. This argument is over. Well done. Up to the top, relax your eyes, breathing in. Drop your shoulders. Just put your hands down in your lap for a minute. Roll those shoulders back and forth. We're always testing things out, so I want you to just test that memory. Just go into it, see if something feels a bit better. You might need to do this several times, this tap along on that particular memory, till you look at it and you go, it doesn't feel the same. And then you're more present. Because when we tap, it allows us to let go of the past, fears of the future, so we're present in this moment and we act differently. And don't forget, we're always reducing our cortisol levels, resetting our nervous system, so that we are happy within ourselves. And also we're more compassionate to ourselves. And perhaps the other person who you were really in a, I don't like them, I don't want to talk to them. We want to get into a space of, I see it from the other point of view as well. And that we're also safe to speak. We're going to finish the 9-step process. Hand back on your chest, tapping that point, and hum with me. Focus back in on what's left of the fear of maybe it happening again. That might be where you're at now, or the fear that's left in the memory. So whatever is left, tune into it, tap your hand, let's hum together. Breathing in, gently let it go. Notice how you're feeling in your body. Maybe you were very tense in your chest or your head or your stomach. Acknowledge what you've done for yourself, and that hopefully you're feeling more grounded and calm. We're going to count out loud to 5. We're activating the the logical part of our brain now. When we hum, it's the creative part, the left and the right side of our brain. We're resetting. Tap your hand, let's count out loud to 5 and visualize the numbers as if they're in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you always want to say it as loud as you can, the affirmations, because there's energy behind your words. And humming out loud again. Fantastic. Again, rolling your shoulders back and forth. Take a look around the room you're in. Get some perspective. You might have a feeling of, maybe it's not so bad. What we're aiming for is to clear those past experiences which causes stress now when we get triggered when something similar happens, so that you feel more empowered. So next time you get into that space of, here we go again, it's not as strong and you will respond differently because you're not carrying that energy with you. So do keep repeating these tap-alongs. All of my tap-alongs, just keep repeating what appeals to you, what you go, that's going on for me today. I'm going to do my tap, 15 minutes of my life to help you become calmer and improve your immune system. Help you respond differently. So we're going to do a few affirmation taps now, some more positive affirmations. So tap in the side of your hand again. Even though I was feeling distressed about arguments and afraid of the next one I have and how I'll feel, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I really don't like confrontation, makes me feel unsafe. I'm open to learning from these experiences. I'm open to knowing my opinions are valid and so are theirs. And I choose to feel calm and grounded instead. One last time. Even though I get frustrated when I'm not heard, I choose to appreciate we are all doing the best we can. Wonderful. Top of the head. I choose to feel more calm and confident speaking up. Eyebrow. I choose to be at peace in my body right now. Think about that last argument, side of the eye. That is over. Under the eye. And I choose to learn from it. Under the nose. It's safe for me to speak up more. Tapping the chin. Especially when I clear the distress of the last time I didn't feel safe. Collarbone. I'm safe right here, right now. I choose to feel empowered. Keep on your collarbone. I choose to know there's always something I can do differently next time. Under the arm. I'm here right now. Good. Tapping the ribs. I choose to feel calm and confident right here, right now. Well done. Breathing in. Let it all go. Well done. 15 minutes of tapping can make the most critical difference in your life. Rinse and repeat my tap-alongs. Please do leave your comments. It's really good to see how you're getting on. Also, if you want to find more information, just check the link below. Don't forget to subscribe to get the latest videos. And let's finish maybe with just a nice little heart connection. Closing your eyes. And think about something that feels good about how you communicate. Maybe just visualize yourself speaking more freely, feeling calm in your body, knowing that next time things can be very different. And that you're giving the other person an opportunity also to see things differently, without the attachment. So just feel into what it feels like to be calmer and more articulate. Think about a colour that represents you feeling safe to be you in your communication. And let that colour stream into the top of your head. Like a wonderful soft brush, cleansing away old times, past times of feeling unheard and having arguments. You're changing the pattern now. Opening up new neural pathways to things happening differently for you in the future. Let that beautiful spring cleaning brush gently go around your whole body and all the trillions of your cells, cleansing those old patterns of arguing and confrontation, feeling disempowered, brushing it all away gently with that colour so that your whole physical form is now illuminated with that beautiful healing colour, feeling safe and supported to express yourself. Breathe that into your heart space. Fill up your heart with that energy and send it out. Great work. 2 more times. Breathing it in. Let it ripple throughout your form and out into your auric field. Changing your frequency. Higher vibration of love and acceptance and support. Breathing it in. Excellent. Let it go. Feel your body in the chair or wherever you are coming back into the room. So nice to tap with you. Lovely seeing a growing number of people coming on board, empowering yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments, get in touch if you want the 15-minute free consult. Have a wonderful day and take care for now. Bye-bye.